Hello, everybody. I am Paul Manganelli, Councilman for Ward 2. I'd like to welcome you to another edition of Council Action. Because of a conflict with several of the council members, next week we moved our meeting up 1 week. So that's why we're on the first Monday instead of the second. But anyway, we had a kind of a light agenda, a few different things. There were the usual things, hearing from citizens, we had none. We had no communications. So we had one public hearing tonight from African Naturals. They wanted the addition of a smoothie and juice bar to their existing business. Sounds like that's going to be a great addition to the city of Florissant, another healthy option for our residents. Old business, Shade Restaurant and Bar, they are wanting to transfer their special use permit, and that has been postponed to our next meeting because of lack of information. There was also second reading tonight for Daylin Enterprises for to allow for a car sales business on Florissant Road. That passed. Along with, there was another for the Emo's Pizza at 1725 Washington. That's a moving of an existing business, and that it got the second and third readings and passed as well. The next item on our agenda was Bill number 9811, amending the amending ordinance number 9739, establishing a grade and step schedule for full-time uniform employees positions within the city of Florissant, and enacting in lieu of a new ordinance containing an effective date clause. This was for the police department, in order for us to remain competitive with the pay for our police officers, with other departments in the city. And it's giving a raise to all of our employees all the way up to the chief. So last thing under second readings was substitute bill 9814. This is an ordinance to establish salaries for the mayor and city council of the city of Florissant as of the effective certification of municipal elections in April 23 and for the mayor, and April 24 for the entire city council. So the last pay adjustment for the mayor was in 2002. The last pay adjustment for the city council was in 2004. Things to consider, to keep in mind with this, and what we considered is Florissant is the largest municipality in St. Louis County, and compared to a city manager-run government, what neighboring municipalities pay for the city manager, assistant city manager, we're in line with our form of government and how the mayor oversees the entire city. We went to board appointments. I moved to appoint Jeff Plodzin to the Board of Adjustment. It was seconded and approved by the rest of the city council. Then going on to requests, we had a request for a full package liquor license for Big Daddy's Liquor. He was not in attendance tonight, so because he was not in attendance for us to ask questions and get the answers to that was postponed. And then there was a request to accept an application to transfer of an existing non-conforming special use from Convenience One Corporation to United Mart. It was a transfer of a Convenient Mart special use permit, and that was accepted. And then things went to first readings. There was an bill number 9815, ordinance to authorize a special use permit to Princeton Dew DBA 2.0 restaurant to allow for a sit-down carry-out restaurant located at 462 North Highway 67. That was its first reading. Then bill number 9816 was an ordinance to authorize for a special use permit to NGA International DBA African Naturals, allow for a carry-out restaurant, and that was to facilitate the smoothies. that had its first reading. We had another transfer of a special non-conforming special use permit for Convenience One to United Mart. That actually went to 3 readings tonight and was passed unanimously. Another thing that went to 3 readings was an ordinance to amend Chapter 605 Business Regulations, Article 12 Fees Generally, by deleting Section 605.34, subsection B in its entirety. And finally, there was an ordinance, Bill number 9819, ordinance authorizing a transfer of $32,000 from Capital Improvement Fund bridge repair to, that's been transferred to sidewalk replacement. So look for some new sidewalks around town. And then under council announcements, Councilman Shildroth offered his condolences to the Russell and Luttrell family, to longstanding Florissant residents John Luttrell and Delphi Russell of BJ's Bar. John Luttrell was a longtime city employee. Delphi Russell is the owner of BJ's Pizza. They unfortunately both passed in the past week. Then Councilman Scaputa, as always, mentioned to everybody to secure your firearms, especially in your car, and remember to turn on your porch lights, because porch lights on at night light is a great deterrent to crime. And then Congresswoman Pagano wanted to gave her thanks to Kevin Claspel for his organizing of the golf cart race, which happened a couple of weeks ago, raising money for the Shrine and for the Knights of Columbus in their flood recovery. And then announcements from the mayor. Sunday 9/11 at the VFW, there will be a 9/11 remembrance at 1 o'clock. That's the VFW on St. Francis Street. On 9/15 at 9 a.m. is the senior town hall meeting at the Egan Center. Most of the council will be there as well, assisting. 9/17, starting at 5 p.m., is the Light the Darkness 5K glow run. There'll be food vendors, booths, and of course the run that will kick off as well. And then 9/28 is the next Wednesday night out with Old Town Partners. There will be a plaque dedication in memory of Cyril Niehoff, and that'll be at 699 Rue St. Francis, and that will begin at 5:30. And that sums up our meeting for tonight. We'll wish everybody to have a great fall and continue to enjoy everything that Florissant has to offer, all of our great events.